Hey everyone, this here's Aaron with the Canny Couple, and Julia's behind the camera. And today we wanted to talk about our method of determining, well, not really determining when there's leaves not on the tree of what limbs need to come down in pruning in the fall and winter. But before we get started, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. So, as you can see, this one here is hanging. This one has to come. This one came down in a storm. What we do is we take a roll of survey tape. You can always get this pretty cheap online or like a farm store. And we use this, you might have seen it on some of how we mark our trees as well, to see them and everything. But what we'll do is, I'll tie on here right now while there's leaves still on the tree. So when we know it comes pruning time, that one needs to come down. Now that one's pretty obvious. Now this one here though, you can sort of see it's died off as well. It's one we definitely need to cut off here so we know to prune this one down. And this is something we've probably been doing 3-4 years now, especially on these apple trees. So these apple trees are 35 to 40-year-old range. So they are very old, trees. And we have had to do a lot of pruning. You can see sort of right here where we've cut off some before from a dead limb. And it's something that we have to go through, and try to keep what's left of them as healthy as possible.
And it does help.
It does, because what's going to happen is there's apple trees here. You've heard us talk about deer. They're going to come and get the rest of the leaves off that they can reach on these trees. And it makes it hard to determine what was actually alive and what wasn't.
And that's the other thing we have to contend with here is the deer. They do a lot of damage, but there's no way to stop them.
Right. Sort of looking around, see if I see something
This
else
over here
that needs to come down. Like up here, for example, this one here is dead. I can probably pull this one down if I wanted to, but I'm just tying it off for now.
And we'll go through, and like this one right here, we'll probably end up taking it down at the base of the tree. We try to get it there as close as we can to keep the tree as healthy as possible.
Right, for its remaining years that they have. So if you do know some of these trees, a lot of them, the apples are way up high. And, we have to get one of the apple pickers, the big tall things. And sometimes I have to get up on the ladder to get a lot of these down. But we're trying to keep what's left of the trees producing for as many more years as possible. I will say that, storms do damage them more easily now. So we do usually have quite a few we have to mark off here.
Yeah, and it has helped. I will say we've had better production once we started doing this. The apples have been bigger, better. Yeah. And we take this through all of them. But other than that, we really don't do a lot of pruning.
No, we look for the dead, that's for sure, to get it cleared off, to make these as, like we said, productive as possible. But besides that, there's not much more you can do to these, to extend their life. It's just something that, like I said, keeping them producing as many apples as we can for as many more years. But hopefully this little neat trick, of determining what's dead, what's not, is something that can come helpful, useful for you. Like I said, we just use the surveying tape to tie around any dead branches that we have. Like this one here, you can see how dead it was. So if you got anything you want to see in a future episode, anything you want us to talk about, send that over to thecannycouple@yahoo.com. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree, which has links to all of our other social media. And as always,
thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.